TikTok from a girl saying her friends were so burnt out from corporate America, they were getting checked into psych wards. I fully believe her. After working in corporate America for 7 years, I've seen some of my closest friends get heart attacks, strokes, cancer, and even someone passed away. I think society got it wrong by saying we need this hustle culture. We need to always be working really hard. I think there's a difference between working hard on your own business and your own things you're passionate about versus working for someone else's dream. I think 95% of people that work in corporate America are working for someone else's dreams. It's not 100% what you want to do every single day with your life, but you feel like you have no other choices. Make sure to save this video if your health is more important than someone else's dream, and to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because you can't take care of your loved ones if you don't pour into your own cup first. Saw this TikTok.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's true. If you're working in corporate America or working as an employee, you are working for someone else's dream. So yeah, I agree with that. Someone decided to put up the resources, the money, the time, the capital, investment, whatever, to start a business, at some point. And that's their dream. They need people to do it, to work for their dream. And so, yes, you are working for someone to help fulfill someone else's dream. So yeah, I agree with that. So, okay, if you're working to fulfill someone else's dream, you can go and fulfill your own dream. Find your own business. Find your own company. Start your own company. Start your own LLC. Shit, if you want to wash cars, go get a water hose and a bucket and go and start washing cars. Do whatever the hell you want to do. No one's telling you to go to work at corporate America. I think that we are choosing. You're making choices to go and work at corporate America. No one told you to go and fill out this application. No one told you to go through 2, 3, 4 interviews for this job. But you chose to do it. You chose to do it. No one else forced you to do it, other than the light bill man, other than the rent man, other than the mortgage man. They told you better go do something. And so you chose to go take the first job that you could find. Now, that's not everybody, but that's a lot of us. That's a lot of us. We are put in these situations. You'll find yourself in this situation for whatever reason, and you need a job. You do the things that you need to do on the front end. Maybe you don't have to go and work in corporate. Maybe you don't have to go and help fulfill someone else's dream. Maybe that doesn't affect your mental health, right? So let's stop always blaming corporate and let's take accountability for ourselves. Let's say that, hey, maybe I should have made better choices. Maybe I should do something else. Again, no one forced me to apply for that job. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. So be aware, take accountability of your own actions, right? And then when you're at the job and you're in corporate America, I know it can be stressful. I know it can be stressful. I've been there, worked there for years, 20 years, and I still work in corporate. It's tough. But you got to learn how to navigate corporate America. Build yourself a network. Build yourself a support group. They're colleagues, they're mentors, they're sponsors, they're people that you should be able to go to, sit down with, and share some of your experiences. And I'm not talking about a professional counselor. I'm talking about someone within that organization. Someone outside the organization, but still in a corporate setting because they understand how that world works. Find yourself, build yourself a network. It is absolutely essential to surviving corporate America and not letting it take over you. Listen, I've been here where we've had to work long hours. You bring your laptop home and it's 10 o'clock at night and you're getting emails all night long. You've got to establish some boundaries. You can't go and receive every phone call, read every email every time it comes through. You got to establish some clear boundaries. You got to set them. Otherwise, you won't make it, right? Understand your documentation. Understand how to document and advocate for yourself. Just because your manager tells you to do something, just because a coworker tells you to do something, doesn't mean that you always have to do it in that moment. You have to learn how to prioritize your day. You gotta document and advocate for yourself in order to be successful and make it. Right? You gotta develop some coping strategies. So when you do have bad days, how do you cope with it? How do you deal with it? How do you shake it off? I knew some guys would go to work all day long. They would leave work and go to the gym, right? They go work out for an hour or two, then go home. That little break in between work and home at the gym provided some type of way for them to cope with the stress and all the things that had happened throughout the course of the day. You know, some guys go to work, they'll leave work and they'll go to the bar. Have a few drinks with some guys, laugh a little bit before going home. It was a way that they broke up that transition from work to home. You have to find out what works for you. And then ultimately, if that doesn't work, you have to consider a career change. You have to decide that this is just not for me. No job should push you to where you're going to a hospital. No job should push you where you're having constant mental health issues. No job should force you to where you're crying and you're having a difficult time surviving. No job should do it. And if it's corporate America, leave. Find a career change. Maybe you're making great money. Everybody's obsessed with six figures. So maybe you're making six figures, but you're stressed or you're in a hospital. Maybe you need to go and make $50,000 a year. Maybe that works for you. Wouldn't work for me, but maybe it'll work for you because your mental health is important. So just because everybody says go to college, get a job in corporate America, that doesn't mean it works for you. Find out what works for you. And if you need to make a career change, make a career change. Go do something else. Remember, you chose to apply for that job. You chose to interview for that job. You accepted that job. You take accountability for it. All right. Love to hear your thoughts. Thanks a bunch. Have a good one.